right here on the corner of Crescent and Mulberry Street, and we have a performance that our kids are going to give to you today. We have an after-school program. The kids in our after-school program, for the most part, go to Harrisburg School District, and they're going to perform parts of the I Have a Dream speech. First, I wanted to also thank our volunteers that have been at Danzante this morning, Metro Bank, and Habitat for Humanity. Habitat has put up a piece of public art, which is a chalkboard right down the street, pretty much on the corner of Crescent and Mulberry Street, and it states, Dr.Rev.Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, what is yours? And there's chalk there, and you can take a piece of chalk and you can write what your dream is for this community. So I encourage you, as you have time, to write your dreams there. Two things that we really teach in our program are self-sufficiency and hope. And when our kids can see that there are this many people here in the community and that there is hope for a better future, and there are people that were here with them and want to help them fight for that future in a difficult environment, it really means a lot to us. So thank you for coming out. And I would like to introduce at this point a student I've known for a couple years. She's going to do an original poem for Martin Luther King Day, and then we'll have the students from our after-school program perform parts of the I Have a Dream speech. So this is Qadirah Williams. She's a sophomore at John Harris High School.
A dream that has turned to reality, a dream for the future, a dream for all black and whites to reunite, boycott, death, brutality, violence, for our people to fight for tomorrow, for our children's sake, for children to play together, not distanced by race, to walk together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, and hope that one day we will become free. We fast for our rights so that we can see a day where we love one another for He. There once was a time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. This is reality. Blacks, Negroes, the people of colored skin were victims of brutality. From white men were victims of hate, of violence, of suffering, of such mankind to take. America had given Negro people a bad a check where blacks and whites departed. Where the tone of their skin became important to some, where others back down, instead of fighting they run. Yes, a dream for a better tomorrow, where tears will soon vanish and so will the sorrow, where reality will justify the rights of blacks, where all colors will ride in the front or the back. The thirst for freedom was once a dream. Justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. A fight for freedom that will affect the next. Brutality and murder, black brothers put to the test. A cry for help that was once muffled with silence, where blacks couldn't walk without threats of mere violence. We all have become reunited as one. We walk together, we run together, we are together.
And now, an adaptation of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, I Have a Dream. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
It is obvious today that America has defaulted on its promissory note, and so far as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring the sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad a check which has come back marked insufficient funds.
But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vault of opportunity of this nation.
So we've come to pass this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice.
We have come to this hollow spot to remind America of the urgency of now.
This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism.
Now is the time to make real promises of democracy.
Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice.
Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood.
Now is the
process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds.
Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.
We must forever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline.
We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence.
Again and again, we must rise to the majestic height of meeting physical force with soul force.
The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny. And they have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom.
We cannot walk alone.
And as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead.
We cannot turn back.
There are those who are asking the devotees of civil rights,
When will you be satisfied?
we can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality.
We can never be satisfied as long as our bodies, heavy with the fatigue of travel, cannot gain lodging in the motels of the highways and the hotels of the cities.
We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro's basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice flows down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair.
I say to you today, my friends, so even though we must face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I have a dream today. 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 I have a dream.
That one day every valley shall be exalted.
Every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight.
And the glory of the Lord will be revealed.
And all blood shall see it together. This is our hope.
With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discord of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
With this faith, we will be able to work together,
Pray together.
to struggle
To
together,
go to jail together.
to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
This will be the day. This will be the day when all God's children will be able to sing with a new meaning. My country is a big free land of liberty, of the art and land of thy fathers, thy land of the pilgrim pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true.
So let freedom ring! From Phillips Elementary. Let freedom ring! From Merrill Elementary. Let freedom ring! From Scott Elementary. Let freedom ring!
From John Harris High School,
Let freedom ring!
From Roland Middle School,
Let freedom ring! From South Allison Hill. Let freedom ring!
and when this happens,
And when we allow freedom to reign,
when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet,
from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day with all God's children.
black men and white men,
Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics,
we will be able to join hands and sing the words of the Old Negro Spiritual.
free at last, thank God.